I'm just wondering who remembers Visionaries, the action figures. Like there's Visionaries. I remember Exo Squad. He had Transformers. There's GoBots. There was then like the dime store Transformers converters. And then if you were really lucky, like I actually had a real deal, what's it called? Like not Macross. It was the the third series with the Invid, but it was like the real thing from Japan. My dad got someplace in Chinatown. But then there was, what was it? Sky Rangers. Some of you might remember that one. Like it was some kind of weird, like, good versus evil team. But their shtick was that they were like in some kind of mountain ranges, endlessly fighting each other over good and evil. And it was a great toy, and it had a lot of stuff, lots of pieces, lots of plastic. Let me think. Who else? Oh, Lost Doggies. What's another toy? Oh, Mask. That was another type. That seemed to be made actually in similarly to the Sky Rangers toys. I think actually that was kind of a generational. There was something going on there in the way they did that. A lot of toys started to get weird after, like, yeah, they started to get weird at a certain point, and they started to like make certain things all odd and out of proportion, but there was for a while, and I mean G.I. Joe, that was the penultimate, honestly, of toys, and it was like the ultimate nerd thing. And I mean, I think that really there's never going to be probably anything that really equals the level of toy sales and just the way that people can remember hours of playing with them as G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, Transformers, and then there's probably people that should put it in the comments, like what it was that you were playing around with. A cartoon would be developed around the toy. There would be like weird, like, you would always, my whole thing was you would read the liner notes, you would read the box, and you would keep the parts of the box with the person's story and pictures and stuff like that. I did that for a long time. My dad ended up giving it all away, but it's probably for the better, but yeah, somebody hopefully held on to them that really has kept them up, but I've started thinking about like the franchises, because there's too many franchises I don't know anything about anymore. I don't watch television, quote unquote, is what I say a lot. I don't watch television and movies much. So a lot of what I'll see the nerds talking about with different franchises and stuff like that, I won't know what they're talking about. And so the beauty of it is, I've been thinking about, well, is it so cool that it sells toys that like it used to? And that's what hit me. Wait a second. Do kids, because I was trying to buy my friend's sons some toys. There we go. And the toys were just all weird. They're just odd. They just didn't make sense. And so finally what hit me is, I was like, they weren't cool at all. Like all the toys were uncool. And I found like one or two or three toys that they were pretty cool, but it was mostly Legos. Those were the only things I could find that I'm like, well, these are still cool. Like there wasn't cool action figures anymore, with cool weapons, and it didn't exist anymore. And or at least if they're like collector's items for adults. And so that's what really, I was like, yeah, that's what the deal is. It's that cool, as social justice has entered entertainment, as this has become something that really, that which is fun that which was enjoyable is just being erased from society. And really, the interesting part about this is it was when I think about Thaddeus Russell discussing this. When Thaddeus Russell was writing about periods in American history that Americans suddenly decided it's time for us to stop having fun because society needs to become disciplined in some way. And so society now is becoming disciplined to love the environment and love the black people. And so that you get to see this loss of fun that's happening. And that no product, there's whole skits and whole genres of comedy, people's careers vanishing because they were fun. But that kind of fun isn't okay anymore. And now everybody has to think, they must discipline their minds and discipline their tongues and discipline their behavior so that they don't offend Mother Earth or the black people. So I just been thinking about how now this is this kind of beautiful situation of, well, there's all these things that they're over. They're just over. There's comic books and cartoons and all kinds of things. They're done. They can never be recovered. It's now going to be that it's going to be a new realm and stuff that just doesn't give a fuck. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 has its failures, but it's going to be one of those things. There's going to be a whole lot of people that are not going to give too much of a damn, and they'll want to have fun. And that's going to be one of the outlets of fun that's still left is computer stuff and games and stuff like that. And but yeah, and it's because in technological means it's out of the reach of a lot of the people who are it's out of the reach of a lot of the people that are no fun anymore. And so it was just something I started thinking about, because everybody keeps describing all these series as like these woke Star Wars and stuff, that I'm like, this seems so not fun. And then they'll have like, somebody will play some of the dialogue, and it's just so weird. And I'm like, yeah, this is not fun. These are not fun characters. And there's something it's just the new creative, there's going to be new comics, new cartoons, because there has to be, because people want to have fun again. When, that's just the way we are in the United States. We like having a good time. Playing out. No matter the need for discipline, we like having a good time. All right, later.